I can honestly say that has nothing to do with what we're going to talk about right now.
But it was so cool.
It was so cool. They played it during the commercial. I said, we have to show our audience that. So that is a dancing dog, randomly, for no apparent reason. Welcome back to the Daily Wrap.
Works for me.
It's time for Yay or Nay. First up, newly announced GOP presidential candidate, you may have heard of him, Ted Cruz, discussed his musical taste on Tuesday on CBS This Morning, saying that he, quote, grew up listening to classic rock, but his taste changed after 9/11. Quote, on 9/11, I didn't like how rock music responded and country music collectively. The way they responded, it resonated with me. I had an emotional reaction that said, these are my people. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Cruz's comments made the news rounds, obviously, but one guest on MSNBC's Now with Alex Wagner had a different perspective on the matter, to say the least. In response to Cruz's comments, a panelist said, quote, nothing says let's go kill some Muslims like country music. Fill-in host Ari Melber, who was a very capable individual, later apologized. So, will this guest ever be a panelist on the Daily Wrap, everybody? Brad?
I believe in forgiveness, so maybe, but that's a disgusting thing to have said. It really is gross.
Yeah,
Really
Kenny.
gross.
No. Unequivocally, no.
That's right, you make these
Then I
decisions.
change my
there's-
vote. If he says
There's
nay,
absolutely no
I'm with
point.
a nay.
No point
That's
that
it.
I answer this because
Done.
he's already said
Done.
no. So
It's done. It's a nay.
That's my opinion.
I actually was watching when it happened, and I got to be honest and say it was funny when she said it. On reflection, you went, "That was really a terrible thing to say,"
terrible.
but everybody laughed.
That's the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Joe Walsh was on that set, and a couple
she
of other
laughed,
people,
yeah.
right?
My
didn't laugh.
partner Michael Steele was on the segment,
Oh,
and
boy.
he laughed.
He laughed. But
But you couldn't help but laugh. And then when you thought about it, you thought, no, that wasn't okay.
But that's the nature of stereotypes. Just enough truth
And I'm a
to
country
let you
music
laugh
fan.
at what you think is inappropriate.
I'm a country
and
music
that's
fan, too.
why it's actually so divisive and so wrong.
it was
It's
wrong.
just enough truth to make you think what's funny is actually something really divisive and ugly.
Okay. Well, we should say again, host Ari Melber did not laugh, and he did apologize later. So good for Ari. I'm a yay for coming on the show, so I could throw her off after the first segment. Yes. So this next story may come as a shock to many of you, but apparently watching or accessing porn, on government-issued devices is legal. Well, at least it was until yesterday when a House Oversight Committee passed a bill prohibiting federal employees from doing so. North Carolina Representative Mark Meadows proposed the Eliminating Pornography from Agencies Act. Where has that been? This after an EPA employee was found spending up to 6 hours a day looking at porn and saving said porn on a government server that his colleagues had access to. Remember, this guy is a government agent, so this was all done with your tax dollars. I've got to ask an obvious question here. Do I even have to ask it?
no.
Should this have been a law already, Brad?
It took a law to do this. If there's any problem here, it took a bill now to deal with the problem.
This is an example of government too much regulation.
Oh my God! It's out of control.
It should be mentioned, Kenny, that on your server, Mr. Unger was watching Spankenstein
Don't
earlier.
tell, don't
Really?
tell
I don't even
that.
know what that is. I confess.
Anyway, you're a yay.
Maybe
and
we can get the dancing
See,
dogs here,
Yeah, you guys are always complaining about government regulation. They pass a regulation and you got a problem.
I'm with you. I can't believe that it wasn't already banned.
I think it's basically. I mean, no, it wasn't, because probably maybe the government for once said, you know what, the people have common sense enough not to do this while at work, and particularly on a government agency.
Oops.
They actually have to have their hand held. No, this is actually a law now. Good Lord. College football recruiters can be pretty creative when going after an all-star player, but this school definitely had a different approach. Jay Harbaugh, Michigan Wolverines assistant coach and son of head coach Jim Harbaugh, formerly of the 49ers, sent a handwritten note not to a coveted player, but to the coveted player's girlfriend. Her name is Savannah. We got the letter. It says, quote, Savannah, I hope this note finds you well. You're doing great. My name is Jay Harbaugh. I'm the tight ends coach at Michigan with the new staff. I really have enjoyed getting to know your pop lately, and he speaks very highly of you, so I'm sure you're very special. Keep him in line. Also, we need to get him out here to visit us again and meet the new staff. Put in a good word. Hope to meet you when I'm out in PHI, I guess it's Philadelphia, this spring. Go Blue. So, Pop, I guess, is her nickname for her boyfriend.
Something to say about
Do you ever thought you would ever see something like this before? Yay or nay, going after the girlfriend of the coveted blue
Look,
chipper?
given the stuff that's done to recruit these guys, and it isn't primarily their kids, but that's the nature of the business, this is pretty mild, so let it be. Who
True.
cares?
Kenny, quickly.
Yeah, I agree. Let it be. It's
This
not an
is
issue.
exactly the kind of stuff you get from an underhand school like the University of Michigan. This would
God.
never happen at the Ohio State University.
It's an OSU guy talking, and that's what that's about.
We ended with the Woody Hayes story, which is they're up 59-0, and they go for 2, and they ask a reporter afterwards, "Why'd you go for 2?" "Because I couldn't go for 3."
Right.
And that's how much Ohio State hates Michigan. Panel, thank you. Kenny, thank you for joining
My
us
pleasure.
tonight. And that's our show for tonight. We'll be back here tomorrow night at 6 p.m. for the Daily Wrap. I'm Joe Concha saying bye-bye.